Yes, gamers, welcome back to SWPO Gaming, and my name's Joel Reed. Thank you to Anbernic and Rg505 for sending me the Rg505 to do this unboxing on. They were also kind enough to send me a very cool case, so I'm always happy to see that. I've been looking around the internet and I've been seeing some good things about this unit. Some people are not happy about certain things on there, but we'll just dive in and see what we've got anyway. I'll also leave the link in the description for where you can grab yours and where you can get more information. So let's get into this unboxing. While we're doing that, I'm just going to pop up the technical specifications for the unit while I'm doing the unboxing here. So you get a SD card inside. This is a 256. You get your wipes, you get a manual, and you also get, what else do you get in there? You get a screen protector. It's a glass one as well, so that's handy. And then you get a USB Type-C cable. That's always good. Let's move on. It is let's take this cover off. It is yellow. I'm gonna call this Mario Banana Yellow because that's how it looks. It looks a lot like a Switch, and it feels decent enough. I mean, Anbernic are known for their great quality anyway. At the back, you've got the logo and you've got the rubber grips right there. Maybe they should change the size of those, or maybe a different style or pattern, but it helps. Analog sticks, all there. They feel good as they would do, Nintendo Switch style, and I know there's some other differences inside of them. Your A, B, your X, Y buttons are there, your start, your select, and your D-pad. The D-pad feels good. When you first look at it, it doesn't look like it's going to be decent, but after doing these actions, it's going to be pretty good for fireballs. At the bottom, you've got your speakers on either side, your stereo speakers, and you've got your memory card slot. You've also got your power button at the bottom here, and I think that's a bit easier for me anyway, because when it was on the side, I used to touch that a lot. On the side here, you've got your back button, and you've got your Anbernic button. I believe that's what that is, so that throws you straight into the Anbernic firmware. Even though it is Android 10, it is Android. My bad, I mean Android 12. We move to the top and you've got your L and R triggers, and those are clicky. You've got your USB Type-C charging port and your headphone jack at the top right here as well. You'll notice that these are a bit ridged. It's either the two triggers, they're a bit more raised, and obviously you can reach it, and my hands are not particularly big anyway. Some people prefer stacked. I think at this point I've played so many handhelds now that it doesn't even bother me the position of where it is, but we all have our preferences. And on the side here you've got your volume rocker. Sorry if I start coughing, guys, I've not been very well, and that's why it's taken me a little while to get this video out. Let's power the device on, and I'm liking the graphics, what I can see here. This is new, looks promising. Oh, that's pretty as well, very cool. I've always been a big fan of Android. Look, you've got your welcome boot right here, so there is an initial setup which we're going to just skip through right now because that does take a bit of time. And here we go, we've got the front of the initial Android setup right here. The screen and display is really responsive. I like the way that feels. It's quick and it feels really responsive, and it does a decent job. I mean, I'm not really going to be using the screen when I'm using my hands playing these games anyway, but it's good to know that it is pretty responsive. If we scroll down, we can look at the notifications tabs here, and you've got a lot of what you would see on the previous devices, like the 353M and the 353V. All the other bits, your Anbernic button is right there as well. Your mapping buttons are there. So no more faffing about. Let's get into some gameplay right now. We're going to start off with some Dreamcast. This is SNK vs Capcom 2. It's bright, it's vibrant. Fireballs are coming out decent. I probably could have toned down the brightness. Oh, and we've got Shenmue on the right hand side over here as well. It's great to see that we're at a place now where we can run our favorite Dreamcast games pretty much near flawlessly right now. All of those other rock chips before, they were great, but they struggled a lot with, especially with the games like Shenmue. You wouldn't even be able to do that on like the 3326 chipset and the one that came just after it. It was a hell of a struggle. But now we're here and we're able to play those systems, play the games on those systems really well. And look, we're running PSP as well. Again, another great system to see that we can play some of our favorite games. They're probably going to need a bit of tweaking with some of these ones. We've got Dante's Inferno at the bottom right here, and this is running relatively well. I've not done any tweaks or any improvements or frame skips on here. It's literally pick up and play, and that is exactly what we like to see. I mean, on this device you've got PS2 emulator, and you've got and you've got a GameCube emulator, and I think that now is going to be the new standard where we should be able to run those games on those systems at for a reasonable price as well. Oh, here you've got Castlevania on the PSP, and this game is actually one of the difficult ones to run on the previous devices. I mean, this is Anbernic's most powerful device. When you remove the Win 600 from there, this is it, and it's at a reasonable price. Can't complain about that, and it's running these games really well. While we're on PSP or PPSSPP, it's annoying because everything is in Chinese at first. So I just use this Google Lens on my old phone and literally navigated my way through there. So you can do it that way, or you could just re-download the PPSSPP emulator from the website, and you can download it in English. But this was just easy. Once you convert the language, that's pretty much done and done. It would have been good. They know that loads of people from various countries are going to be buying this unit, so it would have been good if they just threw that in English. But look, there are ways around that, and there you go, we're in English. So let's push the boundaries on the system just a little bit more. We're going to get into some 3DS, Nintendo GameCube and PS2 emulation. Obviously, out of the vast library of games that are on these systems, we don't know all of the ones that are going to run straight away and all of the ones that won't. We'll keep what does and we'll toss out what doesn't. Here are some of the games that I found that work on the system anyway, and I'm looking forward in the future to finding out what others work as well. So yeah, the Rg505, lovely device, love the color. If I was to make a change, a personal preference, I would have lost the Anbernic logo right here. I would have made it maybe a smaller device in terms of length going from top to bottom. They were on the right track with the 353M and the Rg552. Getting rid of the logo makes you have the feeling that there's more to the display, and they probably should have stuck with that. In the middle, preferably I would have gone with the black, or maybe just all yellow. That would have been cool. And I mean, to boot, they could have made the device display the same as what was on the 552. I love the display on the 552. The display on this one's really good as well, but I like the size of the 552. But all in all, Anbernic, you guys did a great job with this device. All the 2D games, it's a retro handheld system. So everything up to PSP, Dreamcast, N64, it plays those a dream. This is it. It does it really well. Now the new standard will be getting PS2, GameCube and 3DS going forward. That will be the new standard. So yeah, well done Anbernic. Guys, I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in a bit. Peace.